Djokovic versus Medvedev will play in the finals of the Paris Masters. It's a rematch of the U.S. Open. Djokovic, who took a break after the U.S. Open, this is his first tournament since the U.S. Open, and he hasn't really shown any rust. He just took care of Hurkacz, the number 10 player in the world. Third set, tiebreak, to clinch his spot in the final. It was exciting, and it was an exciting match. After dropping the first set, he blanketed Hurkacz, left him in a donut, took the 6-0 lead, and you thought Djokovic was on fire. He's going to win this third set easily. He turned it around. But to Hurkacz's credit, he played tough. He forced a tiebreak in the third set, and he had his chances. He had his chances to win that. His forehand let him a little bit down at the end when he couldn't get it over the net. But in the end, it's Djokovic versus Medvedev. Medvedev looked supremely impressive. He took care of Zverev, 6-2, 6-2. He's won the last 4 matches against Zverev, and Zverev was on an 8-match winning streak. He won in Vienna, and where else did he win? He won somewhere else, but he was on an 8-game winning streak. He won Vienna, and he was on like a three-game match winning streak here in Paris. So Zverev was playing some of the best tennis in his career, some of the best tennis since the U.S. Open swing. Zverev had looked very dangerous. I thought it was going to be a very competitive match, especially because Zverev, in my opinion, is one of those guys that could challenge for slams once the big three, or now that the big three's on their way out. And he had been very dominant the last few months to end the year. So for Medvedev to just dismantle Zverev 6-2, 6-2 is crazy to me. Just congratulations to Medvedev for the great match that he played. And now it sets up a rematch of the US Open. And last time Djokovic played Medvedev, he had just played a 5-set thriller against Zverev. So he was one of the things that were circling around onto why Djokovic lost to Medvedev in that final is because a lot of people were saying that the real final was Djokovic versus Zverev in the semifinals, and that had taken a lot out of Djokovic. And if you guys remember, he had lost a lot of first sets. He had dropped a lot of first sets in the US Open, which means Djokovic had been playing longer than Medvedev going into the final. And Zverev pushed him all the way to the brink. Like, it was an exciting semifinal match, Zverev versus Djokovic. If you guys recall, they had that 50-plus shot rally. So that was one of the reasons that Djokovic, in a lot of people's eyes, lost to Medvedev in the final. He just didn't have his legs. Zverev took that much energy out of him in the semifinal, coupled with all the first sets that he dropped in the US Open, the first sets that he dropped leading up to the final. But now, he's well rested. He hasn't played since the US Open. He took a much needed break. Medvedev has continued to play. So if anything, Medvedev is the one that probably has a little bit more fatigue, but he just looks like he's playing amazing tennis. His defense is amazing. He gets to everything. That really frustrated Zverev today. It didn't matter what Zverev was hitting. It just felt like Medvedev was always getting it back to Zverev, and that could be very frustrating. So I think it's gonna be a great, exciting match. I think this is exciting. I'm hella looking forward to this. If I was to do a prediction, I would say that Medvedev wins. I think the level that he's playing at right now is just ridiculous, and I think he's just gonna cement himself as that guy that's gonna take over after the big three's over. Obviously, I would not be surprised if Djokovic wins. He with this victory over Hurkacz, he clinches that number 1 spot, end of the year number 1 spot for the ATP. So good job for Djokovic. Medvedev, if Djokovic would have lost, Medvedev had a chance to take that number 1 spot, but now he doesn't. But I do think Medvedev is just playing at that elite of a level right now where he could beat Djokovic and take the last 2 trophies away from Djokovic. Either way, it's going to be an exciting match. I can't wait for it. I would have liked to see a Zverev-Djokovic rematch, but it is what it is. Medvedev is just on another planet right now. So shout out to Medvedev for raising his level. It just keeps it feels like Medvedev just keeps raising his level. And Djokovic not playing for a while. He's not showing rust, but maybe he's not at that elite level that he was when he was winning the slams earlier this year. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure Djokovic is the favorite. I haven't looked at the line, but I think Medvedev pulls the win out tomorrow.